Alright, everything should be good. I kind of forgot that um while I have the tier list saved and stuff for this, um I forgot that the things that I add manually that weren't in the list, I have to re-add and place back into where they were. So it's like so ready for today, and then I remembered, oh, I have to go do that, and do my normal stuff as well. Almost, almost could have been a horrible, horrible mess of me just rushing around, but we're good. We're good. Just gonna check one thing real quick, just what's on front of my mind, so I don't forget later today, or later in the week, to the point where it's too late. Huh. Okay. Alright. Uh, no loot running today. We'll probably... I don't know if we're gonna do loot running this week, since I kind of average, to be honest. But if we... I don't know. Probably not gonna be loot running today. From what I have down on our little schedule I've crafted, this week is gonna be focused on 100% completion progress, right? As well as some potential raids and loot runs. Though that stuff will probably be on Thursday. I want to make sure I'm just not leaving, I don't want to leave the completionist run behind because it's been a hot minute since we've done that. So I don't want to leave that behind for too long. Uh, LR is loot running. It's where you sit for hours upon hours, don't hopefully get something decent, and then probably don't. Yeah, I mean, if we do get around to loot runs this week, the thing I want to try with loot runs next is like yellow beacon strats of any kind. I do want to get around to doing that. So potentially that'll be on Saturday. So my plans for this week is either this will be the only stream this week where I do completionist progress, or I'll do it today and then on Saturday. It's kind of dependent on loot pools. If the loot pools for next week are like juiced, then I'm swapping over, right? Because I think next week I'm not planning to do. Let me reopen my thing real quick. Oh, my voice. Yeah, so next week the plan is to focus mainly on completionist, with probably like one stream of like profing. So basically, probably two streams next week will be completionist, one stream prof. It'll be a week where I'm doing 3 streams, because it will be a Wednesday that I'm not doing a variety stream. But I should get an upload on the YouTube side for that day instead. So that's the game plan going forward. So if it comes like, it comes Saturday, if the loot pool for next week is amazing, maybe I'll like one do it on Saturday of this week, right? Two, maybe I'll shift some stuff around. I'm in no rush really to be. I'm in no rush to be doing profs. To be honest, if I have to move profs, I will, because the week of October 20th going onwards, I originally had it down to level up an assassin, and then potentially finish up leveling or setting up assassin of any kind, and then just focusing raids and loot runs from there. I could just move that, to be honest, because our newfound Rizzo has kind of shook things up a little bit to the point where that assassin may be shifted to later on, but at the same time I'd like to have one before Fuma releases, but it is what it is. So we'll see. This schedule is not like hard, like 100% set in stone, but it's sort of like general guidance, right? But if a loot pool or something happens to the point where it's more worth my time, I will just, you know, I'll focus on something if it's insanely good. Like if there's a week of raids, I really need to, or a week of loot runs, it's really, really worth it. I'll move stuff aside, swap things around for, of course, because a week I'm planning to do one of those things, it could be absolute dog shit. And then, why would I, you know? It's not worth forcing myself into that if, you know, it's not going to be any good. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna, like, you know, I'm gonna say anything you feel is invalid, but if there's drama, especially if it's coming from, like, another person, either in the community or something, yeah, try not to bring that over here. Let's not spread that. I'm gonna say you're completely invalid because I don't know the situation. However, let's not, you know, let's not just keep spreading it to other places, is what I'll say. But yeah, welcome into the stream, welcome in. I am gonna get music going. So got that going. Let me load into the game. Okay, tried to switch thing and my mouse got kidnapped into the game. There we go. Alright. Move this over here. Alright. So welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, it's been a I don't remember the last. When was the last completion stream? Because I feel like I remember being here, but it was a hot minute. Don't forget to claim the emeralds and aspects if you haven't already. That is a good point. Can I claim the emeralds on this class? Wait, can I? Wait, that might be in a method. Wait. Okay. Do we consider this fine? I mean, this isn't game breaking, because realistically I can only, like, I can only spend them on NPCs and stuff, but, like, this is a big help to be able to get this on my Iron Man. For the record, for context, I think aspects and emeralds and stuff got filled, and they typically just spin a wheel and just give it to some random person, and I think it landed on like 2 people that just don't play, and then eventually landed on me. You know, like, oh, okay, this guy plays. And then, so, you know, usually do that for, okay. Then I'm not going to see it as anything I can't be doing. This isn't going to be groundbreaking. Like, 7.5 liquid emeralds is not going to be groundbreaking. Also, don't know if any of these are actually things I care about, but hey, maybe there's some things in there that are alright to have. I hope I'd see like a mythic or something. But yeah. Gambling horses? Oh god, let's not make it like let's not make it like something I have to go do now. Come on, like that can't be the excuse we use for having these emeralds. I'll find some use. Like, it's just nice. If anything, these go towards overpriced scrolls. Like, that saves me a lot of, you know, it saves a lot of inconvenience of trying to either save up for them or just not being able to afford them. Boom, huge. Shout out the guild for, you know, providing me a whole lot less of a headache later on. I do stream on the weekend. I stream on Saturdays. I don't stream on Sundays. But yeah, I do stream on Saturday regularly. My current main days for Windcraft are Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. And then I also do a stream on Wednesday every other week, but typically that's for non-Windcraft content. Yeah, the scrolls are extremely expensive, so this will help. Considering I think I'm carrying like my full net worth in this emerald pouch, and that was never gonna cover half of the, you know, half the scrolls coming up, because I'm probably going to be picking up quite a few soon. So that's good. Nice. Yeah, that worked out perfectly. How fortunate of me. Speaking of scrolls, I don't actually have one on me. It's alright. Run over, I guess. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Again, I was like, I could do completionist either on Thursday or Saturday, but I just really didn't want to leave it very long. I know I really need to be focusing on like aspects. And this is like the difficulty, right? And this is why having that schedule is really helpful for me, because there's so much stuff going on, right? That I need to realistically be doing right now. If I focused on a lot of the stuff that suddenly just appeared, right? The things that were just sudden, I wasn't expecting, you wouldn't see me on completionist for like 2 weeks. You know? Like you would not see me. Um yeah, you wouldn't see me on completionist because I'd be so focused on other stuff, so I completely forget about it and get put on the back burner. So it's a good thing that I have it. You pulled your first mythic yesterday? Do you mean the Annihilation? Oh no, Annihilation happened to like today. What mythic did you pull? Raids on Saturday? Potentially, yeah. Again, it's going to be very dependent on loot pools. Like if the raid loot pools just stinks, but like a loot run pool is really good on Saturday, I'll do loot runs on Saturday. If they're both bad, I might just do additional completionist. Just to get as much of it done. Because even though next week I'm planning to do a big focus on it again, I wouldn't mind, you know, doing 2 streams of it this week, 2 streams of it next week. Because then, if I focus on other stuff, with a good loot pool, I don't feel as bad that I've not been doing this. In my mind, it makes sense, and I think it's a relatively smart way of doing it. It's the best I can do. But at the same time, if loot pools are good for raids and loot runs, if I don't get many of that, like those done on stream, it's not the end of the world because I can just do those things off stream. Whereas my completionist, I want to mostly do all of it on stream. I think like later on, when it comes to getting like all discoveries and stuff, maybe the secret discoveries I'll do, right? But standard just like, running around the map and tagging each like section of an area of the map doesn't necessarily need to be a stream, but at the same time, I may not naturally do it. I'm sure there'll be some like very, very boring stuff that's the end of the world if I don't do it on stream. But main quest, which is what I'm trying to push right now, I wouldn't want to do that for stream. I could record it, but currently I'm in such a backlog that I'm gonna have to farm through, which I am planning on doing. I have a method for it that I just need to sit down and do when I find the time. I just don't know when I can get that time. Maybe it's next week, but I don't mean it's gonna be ready next week. And I'm quite literally just gonna sit down. I'm gonna chunk through so many of those streams from previous completionist stuff and try and at least have a couple ready to space out, upload, so they're, you know, they're saved somewhere before they disintegrate off of the face of Twitch, in one form or another. And then by the time I have those slowly going out, I could do another session of sitting down and chunking through the rest, and hopefully get caught up. That's my plan with that. It's just finding that free time, and it's kind of a coin flip. But I see potential days it should work out, unless something changes, but it definitely won't be this week. There's stuff happening this week. Even next week there's stuff going on, but I by next week I mean Pokemon releases on the 15th, I'm pretty sure, or somewhere around the 15th, and I'll have my life consumed by that. But the time beforehand, I won't have anything to do, like for the first couple of days of the week, so, you know, I'm just gonna make sure I'm kind of coin flipping on a free day before then, which is realistic. Less yapping, more questing? Yeah. This happens every time. I feel like this is just... This is to be expected. It's because I will lose my train of thought if I start questing. And my brain is like, gotta get the app out first. Gotta get something out there. Anywho, I don't remember where we're up to, so... Okay. When do I... Can I order by... lowest level? Because... Ah! Wait, what? Wait, am I like... This is not ordered by level. It's because I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. That'll be why. I... That's a bit better. I was about to say, it's like, there's no quest between now and the 30, but no, I just had the wrong filter on. Okay, so we should be fine. I think realistically, I should get most of these levels by the time I am done with the quests I would have available. If not, then I guess we could just find some side stuff to do, right? Throughout, with some like caves or something. This should be fine. We should be able to knock out a fair amount of these at least today. I don't know I don't know how long stream will be today, but potentially we'll push the 4-hour mark. And it should give us room to get... I don't know. I don't know about like quests, but maybe near level 50 range, but we'll see. So, Tower of Ascension we cannot do right now because I will just probably sit down and do the entirety of that in one go, and I think we need level 80, I think? Is it level 80? I don't remember. I think it's level 80. But anyway, apart from Tower of Ascension, I guess we're going Star Thief. I think I remember doing this quest. It's the one with, like, the Fallen Star and meteorite thing. Oh god, my mic is way too close to me. Apologies, man. Actually, I need to raise it, that's why. It's not that it's necessarily close to me, it's just too low down. Alright. So, I'm trying to think when I did this quest. It might be genuinely one of the first times I got to this area, so probably a while ago. I feel like I have a decent idea of it. I just don't remember specifics. Wait, what are you... You're like trying to assist each other in leveling. So I don't know if I can... Is that against the rules? Is that something I can openly say, oh yeah, wow, look at you guys being so helpful? And like unknowingly be like advocating for something that's against the rules? So there's 2 of them in now. See that, they've duplicated. So I have 2 unused ability points, allegedly. Should probably use those. Cat 4 is in like some really long loading, like... I was not. Oh, right, that's what we were worrying about yesterday. Oh, not yesterday. Sorry, God, last stream, even. Why am I saying yesterday? It was not a yesterday issue that I wouldn't have remembered yesterday that Blink was on the menu. I guess that's today's thing. Seeing if I can deal with Blink. God. Is it just like it blink and then keep going down? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here, like, just no one share accounts in here, please, even if you are trusted people. Because it's not incentivize people to get robbed, necessarily. Like, it's nice to be helpful. You know, we appreciate people trying to be kind, but don't take if you don't have time locked. Well, I'm glad the undo feature. Yeah, okay, so how far is time locked? It's all the way to the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, it's that. Time lock turns teleport into a deadly piercing ray provider. Oh, so I'm presuming Blink just makes that happen multiple times, right? I'm guessing it just procs it multiple times, and that's what people kinda... Okay. Well, what I can do after this quest... when do I get, like, my... Well, when I get into my next ability point, I'm just in a town. I could just apply Blink just to see how it is, and then still undo it. Without being too concerned about wasting a point and it being annoying permanently. But for now, while I'm not there, I'm pretty sure if I closed the menu, it wouldn't be undo. Like, I can't undo it, so... Well, I'll leave it for the second, but teleport would deal additional damage to enemies for every winded they have. Have I ever actually... I don't think I've ever used teleport offensively yet. Probably because I don't have that. I guess it just doesn't really matter, it's just kind of progressing downwards. I'll give it a try in a controlled environment where I can instantly remove it just in case. Because I don't want to do it in here and then be stuck doing this quest for however long, struggling. Because yeah, I could go back and reset mid-quest, but I wouldn't want to. Oops, I was looking in the wrong direction, I guess. Oh no. How much damage would that do if I walk into it? It's either like no damage or it just kills me. That's the impression I get from obstacles like this. Which I don't think even really affect me. So always too far ahead. Oh yeah, parkour. I remember that. I remember this now. We've got to get the full. We've got to get the full parkour experience. We can't use teleport. Gotta get the full experience. Oh my god. Okay, it's coming back to me now. I do remember like these moving platforms. And this is like the part of the quest I said, like I was saying. I am familiar with some of it, but not like I wouldn't know specifics. Like I recognize the parkour sections also. Extra intelligence. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily that intense of an escape. It's like, you know, but as if you want to look around the cave, you're not allowed. I don't know when I need to kind of do gear upgrades. I still need to get on like accessories and stuff, I feel like. Because the walk speed is nice, but I think I am at the level now where I probably find better accessories. So that's definitely still the plan. But in terms of like my weapon and stuff. See, I'm planning to stay with adventures. I'm sure it's probably like, you know, I could get better options, but for at least a bit, I'm planning to stay on adventures. Bird cannot control themselves. Bird still can't control themselves. Oh, that's just TNT that was. What was the point in that TNT? Anyway. Adventures and quests is not safe. Yeah. I do get the impression that my health bar is not as high as it could be. You know, I'll still hold on to it for as long as possible. I'll you know, I'll tough it out for as long as I can before it's unrealistic to keep trying to push. Oh my god, this guy has blink. Oh my god, he's got blink. Might be the #1 blink user. Oh, okay, yeah. So, but like I was saying about the total health. Okay, so I need to pay attention to the little things that are on the ground, and the fact that this guy, is just a fan of movement spells. Noted. Always got to experiment a little, you know? That's my excuse. In my mind, which is, by the way, this is not saying this is like the perfect strat. I'm gonna put it out there, it's definitely not the strat I should be going for, because it's probably not the way that this build is really, you know, it's not designed to work that way. But in my eyes, is if I can just find weapons and such that do enough damage where my health bar being low would never matter, because the other thing would just simply die faster. So that's the current plan, which will not work out, because that's just not how that really... I mean, I can get close to that, I suppose. But I can't, like... You know, that's like going into Annihilation with 5 HP. You know, no armor, no nothing. So this guy really loves that corner, and I'm gonna just hope he stays there. Okay, well that was anticlimactic, but also... I mean, he just didn't... Maybe I don't need an armor upgrade if everything's gonna just do that. Huh. Is that literally it? Was it like mainly that fight? Because if so, that's kind of like upsetting that I just... I had him run to a corner for some reason. Yep, that's unfortunate. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, it's not, you know, it's a short and sweet quest. I know, like, you know, technically kind of a fetch quest. Hit the buzzword again. But at the end of the day, it's not that inconvenient. At this stage, it didn't seem that... Like, I think that was actually a decent amount of XP, I believe. And that fight probably is, like, not half bad. I feel like it's one you stomp if you're, like, very prepared to take fights at this level, but probably actually, like, a half-decent fight for just the average Joe with random items. But also, like, it's hard to judge that because mine walks into a corner and sat there for the entire fight. But I don't know. That one doesn't seem that bad because it doesn't seem super inconvenient. You know, you're walking by, something dynamic in the world happens, you know, like, you actually hear, like, the thing crash. I'm not saying you physically see the map changing. Of course it doesn't. It uses some, you know, trickery to give off the illusion that the world is just updated right in front of your eyes. Not everyone's going to see the same thing or hear the same sound effects. But I think it's alright. It could be... we played worse. We played so much worse. Like... there are fetch quests that genuinely make me not want to do all quests, because I know there'll be more like them. Whereas this one, if all fetch quests were like that, or felt like that, short and sweet, I wouldn't have an issue. So it'd be like, okay, I'll just go do these side things, and then we'll get back to the good stuff. Yeah, like it's like intermission sections almost. But yeah, I don't know. So we're going all the way over to... Yeah, I guess we are. Well, huh. I'm starting to realize why I had so many characters that stopped around this level early on. And probably why a lot of other people also stopped playing when I tried to convince them to play. Not that this is super confusing, because at the end of the day, it's still telling you where to go. But recently, I just arrived into the region of Gavel. Yeah, a whole new side of the world I hadn't been on. It's very exciting. I do like a couple of quests, and then I'm back all the way over to go to the tundra. Like, not the end of the world. It's just it's a tiny bit jarring, I suppose. I'm not going to say this is the main reason that, like, made me stop playing. Definitely not, but it probably added to a slight confusion, because I have big dumb stupid brain, and telling me to do too many things in 2 different locations is way too much for me. Yeah, it's a lot. I know they're both at like the same level range, so of course you're gonna be going to both of them, but it's I'd say at least if you're going in order, it does kind of like keep you in the same area. It's not like you're going one quest one place, one quest the other, but like, wow, this new area I just made it to. Time to leave it. Oh, I do have some emeralds in here. Wow, look at me go. I'm richer than I thought. Alright. Uh, do I care about... I care about climbing helmet, so let me put that in here. Do I care about these random things? No, so they're sold. Need to keep the powders, because they're useful. I don't know which powder I need, like, the very most. Does that stack now? Oh my god. I don't know what damage types I'd be using. I'm presuming just... What is winded? Uh, I'm presuming a lot of water damage is probably what I'm going to be leaning towards. Maybe. Because I'm being... But then again, no, because I'll be doing meteor... It's maybe a mix. I don't know. We'll find out, because it doesn't really matter until I get the build done later on anyway. So I'll just pick all powders and then fingers crossed that I have the right ones when the time comes. There's a blacksmith in the middle here as well. Did they move this? I thought they were off to the sides. Except the one there. I thought there was one... It's just a blacksmith in the middle. Very odd place. He's just stood there. Okay, let me go back to what I was originally coming here for, and that was a scroll to get the hell out of there. I guess just doubtless and I'll run. Okay. So I don't know how many quests will get done today. I want to say at least aim for 8 today. I could probably get more done, but, you know, 8 would be a nice solid number that's realistic. Going at an easy pace, and accounting for potentially some longer quests. I don't know. It's weird, because I remember loving the tundra area. Because one, aesthetically, like, I love snow and ice stuff. And also I love, like, just spruce biomes in Minecraft as well. So, like, it's a very, like, a me area to just, you know, it speaks to me. But I actually don't remember how many quests over here that I did. I don't know if I just didn't do them or if I've forgotten about them. I might have been running around the forest when I was around these levels for the first time. Which I guess, you know, maybe no one can really blame me for that, but I don't know how productive I ever was here. So we'll find out. If I start doing a bunch of these quests and they're like completely new, fresh quests I've never done before, then yeah, I was never productive. I don't know what I would have been doing. Take a breathing helmet. Oh, it's... Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go grab it. Well, luckily I need to run into here anyways, make sure I've got, like, the spawn here. So where's the scroll? I may as well pick that up while it's at the front of my mind. Don't I have to, like, upgrade the breathing helmet at some point? Is that what I'm gonna do here? That's only half the liquid emerald. They stay almost affordable for now. That's +1 scroll, which is good. I never grabbed one for Gavel. I need to remember to do that. And then, yeah, breathing helmet. Jesus, my brain is like... It's all over the place right now. Jumping between so many different things. Alright. Breathing helmet. Let's go do under ice. I don't... Maybe I've done this But I wouldn't remember anything about this quest. So it's going to feel pretty fresh. But also potentially I've just never done. Breathing out in one. Yeah, I have it. I have to bring it to you. Oh, I need to hold it in my hand. Oh, okay. Oh, so just the first one that you told me to specifically get is not good enough for you. Got it. Yep, cool. Why tell me to get it then? Uh, is it just the standard armor merchant? Yes. Okay. Okay, so maybe I have done this before then, because I know about this. Or I just saw it, and for some reason that's a piece of information I retain. Which, I don't know why it would be. It seems like a weird piece of information. Oh, now I just go in. Now you want nothing to do with me. Got it. That's fine. That's fine. Just keep this. There it is. I'm blind. Okay, let's see what the issue is. Oh, probably those things running at me. Can I take this off now, or is it gonna keep upset me? Okay, good to know. Well, playing without the full set bonus, I guess. Worth checking. Instead of running around without it on and then complaining that, like, I don't do damage or something. I imagine they probably account for people not having, like, normal helmet on though, so that's probably not bad. Yeah, it still seems fine. I mean, technically, I'm not underwater currently, so I don't know why, you know, why I'd still need the helmet on, but sure. We won't worry about specifics. I guess we'll just deal with it. Oh no, wait, I have done this quest. Pretty sure. I think I do. Remember, like, because isn't there, like... Didn't we just find some, like, chill fellas down here, and we just chill with them? Yeah, because then they have, like, a... Yeah. Squid merchant. I don't know if that's really any... Hmm. Is this actually an upgrade? I'm sure maybe something's better, but... the main attack thing is a little bit annoying, but it's not... I'm not really fussed about main attack damage as much now. Hmm. It's not like a direct upgrade, maybe, because I have water damage here that maybe... That's a relic. Oh, it is. It looked like a wand, to be fair. Most relics are not that wand-shaped. Anyway, is this... It's the same thing anyway. They're the same thing across the board. Jesus. Never mind. And then, it don't really matter. They're all the same. I forget, like... I forget that some relics look very similar to a staff. It's the same stat line regardless. If I can get one of these tokens, which I don't remember how, I don't know if that's just a part of this quest. Spoilers! Oh my god, it actually is. Thanks, Squiddles. Follow the stream into this lake to the south. important information to retain here. So this is the lake. And there's a river that... When it means flow south, it means going south. Which is why there's a river going this way. Because, yeah, because the fishing dock's literally right there. And I know this information. Woodcutting camp northwest. Oh, I choose who to give it to. Oh, what's the... Is the amulet any good? What's it called? Winter... Oh, I ain't giving it to this guy. What the hell? Hell no. 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 I don't care if you're not a rich person. I honestly don't, I don't care. I really don't. Might come off as controversial, but, like, the poor can stay poor. Like, you're telling me that I'm gonna go out and get you something that could potentially solve your financial situation, and you aren't even lending me a breadcrumb. What the hell? Worthless. Worthless. Anyways, this is woodcutting thing? No, there's like a... Yeah, it's over there, isn't it? Am I going the right way or am I? I think I'm going the right way. I went too far. Oh god. Oh. I see. You catch at a dog, so I have to run back. Take two? Okay. That's good to know. Appreciate that. Saves me a lot of confusion. See, now this may be a fetch quest, but like I've said in the past, fetch quests and just little tasks like these, they're not so bad when you spice it up a little bit, you know? Especially when you, talk to someone like, please, sir, please, it's good to help my family. And you're like, nah, I'm gonna give it to some squids. See, that spices it up a bit. Do we mind? How many dogs are there, bro? Don't kill the fish when it's over the platform. Okay, how do I... Oh, I actually throw it in. Gotcha. Oh my god. Okay, popped out, thank god. Immediately went into some obscure... Smart of it. But bullshit. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give this to squids. Don't care about the old guy. I hope I can pull up to him later and he'll complain. Is there a faster way down? I'll just go through the cave, I guess. It's not that much different. Oops. Alright. Here you go, have your pufferfish. Meets the proclaim reward. Will do. Alright. Let me make sure. Oops, bought the spear. Oh dear. Let's grab this. Alright, problem solved. Damn, that's crazy. That guy is just impossible to please. But I wanna, like... Oof. Feel bad for their significant other when they get one. Just be arguing over nothing. I guess I don't need this now, huh? But I could keep it as a souvenir. Until keeping souvenirs is boring. Got any powders? This is my current powder setup. So all I've got. Oh god, ooh, sorry. I imagine soon I'll be able to pick up on a couple more powders. I'll just be barely getting any. Put 2 waters on it. Could do. Certainly good. Even if it's only tier 2s, it's not going to be that bad, right? Just 2-1? Oh, okay. Saves me, that saves me a lot of, yeah. I don't know what the difference actually is between them. But yeah. There's the difference. It's not gonna... It's not gonna push over any margins, I don't think. I'd rather save the higher tier ones for potentially later, even if it's just like 2 tier 2s probably aren't gonna like make or break me having like tier 6s in the long run, but they also might, so you know. Granted, I'll probably just raid at some point anyway, so yeah. Okay. Not bad. And it has more mana regen. Oh no, wait, this also had mana regen. It has more mana regen, less max mana. It has some walk speed though, which is nice. Spell damage into... Unless this is just better. But this one's faster, so I imagine it's gonna be like... Fast might be better for setting up Winded. So maybe it is just better. I do like the faster attack for Winded. I definitely do prefer that. But I'll still hold on to this just in case. It's like, for some reason, terrible. Should them both. This is what I was currently using. Granted, it would probably be a much easier decision if my spell damage was a little bit higher on top of the water damage, but then also the mana regen. And then you got this. I guess +4 intelligence as well, I guess. There are perks to this thing. I just don't know how much the water damage matters anyway. I don't know how much water... I guess Ice Snake, but I'm kind of moving to still using Meteors currently. I'm using a bit of both, so it's not like it's not completely useful, but... Also, I don't know if he even uses water damage. Plus more burst and walk speed, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I do just like the faster setup anyway. Being faster attack for Winded. Yeah, that's gonna be just nice, I guess. It doesn't have to be amazing, but it's still a long quest. Oh, this is the one for the dungeon. Right. Okay. Do I remember this one, or am I mixing this up with a Hunter's Calling or whatever? When I was here, and Bolt Slinger was so bad that I had to make rapper at that point. Ah, good times. Good times. That was fun. I still have a memory that's gonna stick with me for a bit. Oh, wait. No. Hmm.